Hi, welcome back to Normski TV. Sorry for the late post, but nevertheless we crack on. Some news in. Arsenal target Upamecano, who plays for Leipzig. We're looking at him. Obviously, the guy is quite expensive in terms of his price tag. I think Leipzig have slapped an £80 million price tag on him. So I don't know if Arsenal have got that kind of money to spend in this January window. We're desperate for. We are desperate for a centre back. David Luiz and Socrates. I mean, they've improved a bit under Arteta, but if we get an injury to any one of them, then we're going to be stuffed. With Chambers out, Mavropanos not really featuring at all. Holding is finding his way back into the game, and he didn't really have a brilliant game last night. So my thing is that Upamecano, it'd be great to have him, but the price that they're slapping on him, 80 mil, I don't think we're going to be able to afford him in this January transfer window. But we definitely need a defender, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. Later on I'll talk about what's his name, Boateng. He's another target that we're looking at, but before I speak about him, let's look at this guy, Soumare, plays for Lille. I think he left on a free from PSG to Lille, and he's got about 2 years left on his contract. Good player, box-to-box midfielder, kind of in the sort of mould of Paul Pogba. He's 21 years old, so he's got an engine on him. A lot of clubs are looking at Manchester United, interested, Arsenal, Chelsea, a couple of the Spanish clubs, Real Madrid, Valencia. So there are a few teams out there that are looking at him. They're saying that a deal could be done in the next week to 10 days. I think Lille are saying they'd like to keep him up until the home game against PSG, which I believe is January the 26th. So I don't know how serious Arsenal are about him. Box-to-box midfielder, I suppose he can play that defensive role. I'm not too sure if he can kick with both legs, but he's definitely got an engine on him, and a lot of clubs are looking at him at the moment. So we'll just have to watch this space and see what happens. Right, I said I was going to talk about Boateng. Arsenal have been linked with Bayern Munich's Boateng, and he's 31. Not getting much game time with Bayern Munich. His wages are 196,000 a week. Now there was talk that Bayern was going to offload him with no transfer fee, and we just pick up the wages. But I wouldn't be spending £196,000 a guy that's really on the decline. We need defenders, but maybe if we take him even on like a 6-month loan to the end of the season just to help us out, because as you say, trying to go for Upamecano is going to be really difficult, and there's not a lot of defenders out there at the moment. And as you say, his wages 196,000, and not only that, Arsenal hierarchy are having a little bit of concerns about his fitness levels, or he's just how I think he gets a lot of injuries, and he hasn't really featured much for Bayern Munich. So there are some concerns there, but it seems like Arteta is interested in him. So we've got to watch this space and see what happens, and hopefully something gets sorted out. But we've got to try and see if we can get somebody in. I mean, at the moment we have made no signings. I know we're looking to offload a few players. Mustafi, he didn't feature last night in the game against Leeds, and normally, I know under Unai Emery, he was deployed sometimes in that right back position he ended up putting Socrates there. So it just tells you what the club thinks and Arteta really thinks about Mustafi. It looks like his journey's stopped, mate. It's just well spent now, and it's just time for him to go. That's what it is. So I'm struggling to see where we're gonna sort out this defence, but I hope we'll pull something out the bag and at the ball that does back Arteta. On other news, the Metro is reporting that Arsenal and Man United have submitted offers to sign Edinson Cavani. The guy plays for Paris Saint-Germain. He's 32 years old. He's not getting much game time for PSG, and he hasn't featured really hardly for them. I know Atletico Madrid, according to, I can't pronounce this, El Chiringuito, if that's my correct pronunciation, leading the race to sign him, and I think they've already held talks with the Uruguayan international. They're saying that we that Cavani is considering offers from Arsenal and also from Man United and Inter. It seems as if Thomas Tuchel wants to keep him. There's still a place for him, but the fact is he's not getting any game time. And if he was to come to Arsenal, would he play in front of Aubameyang, Lacazette, and then you got the upcoming Gabriel? So he's 32. Scored a lot of goals, 196 goals in 290 games for PSG. So he's quite prolific, but I don't think Arsenal are going to go for it. We don't need a forward at this present time. We really need to be looking at sorting out our defence and sorting out big time. Let's hope that something gets sorted and that we'll start seeing some incoming. At the moment, it seems as if I'm just going over old news at the moment, so there's no real news coming out. I'm just hoping that that Arsenal will provide the monies to get a decent defender. I mean, you got Lewis Dunk from Brighton. He knows the Premier League. Why not go for him? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's gone a bit cold and quiet on Nathan Ake from Bournemouth, and I know Chelsea have got first refusal. I think the fee. I can't remember what the fee is. I'm thinking 40 mil. It could be more. No, actually it is more, because I heard they were saying something like 70 mil plus, which I don't think is worth that. I think he's worth more like 40 mil. But Arsenal need to sort out their defensive problems. So as it stands, the money, we don't have the money. It looks like it to get in this Dio Upamecano from Leipzig. Would be great if we could get him, and then we're linked with Boubakary Soumare, the Lille box-to-box midfielder. Again, these are just links. So whether any of these come to fruition, I don't know. And then we have also got the concerns over Boateng and his fitness, and the fact that he's coming with really high wages. So Arsenal really need to start pulling their fingers out, and Edu, the technical director, needs to start hurry up and get his boys to go scout the football world and see who's out there. But as I say, maybe there's someone sitting on our doorstep. As I said, Lewis Dunk, he might be a good proposition to have, and why not test Brighton's resolve and put in an offer. 40 mil, possibly. But, these days, defenders are going for some ridiculous amounts of money, so I wouldn't really know. But look, I've spoken more or less about all these transfers. So what I would say is look out again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll try and post something a little bit more earlier than now. It's just that we had some technical difficulties with our internet and stuff like that, so that's why I'm posting it right now. But hopefully I'll try and post an early one tomorrow, and hopefully there'll be some news on us being linked with somebody that we're likely to get. And I hope it will be Upamecano. Please! Here we go. But listen, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.